Hello, this is the Haunted Informer, and today I'm giving you my review of Field of Screams for 2020. Starting off my experience at Field of Screams this year, when I walked in the midway, both Bonjo and Crunk the Clown were running around scaring people, and that was a lot of fun. I actually got a picture with Crunk the Clown, you can see that picture right here. And the midway was great, they still had all the games open, and they had escape rooms open, so I definitely recommend doing any of those games and the escape rooms. I've never done the escape rooms, but they bet they're really good quality. I've seen the teaser video for it on their YouTube, and I'll link that in the description below. The first attraction I went through for the night was the Frightmare Asylum, and immediately when I walked down those stairs, that first room was really dark, and a couple scare actors actually scared me. Really good startle scares, yelling at me, being really intense. And when I turned the corner to go to the next scene, to the doctor scene, one of the actors actually followed me. With a distance, they followed me, and yelling at me and keeping that intensity. So I really enjoyed that enthusiasm they have. All the actors in the Frightmare Asylum are really into their roles and are acting absolutely insane. And then when I went to the doctor scene, I didn't see him and I was looking for him. And then I walked around his victim that he'd been working on. I walked past that and then he lunged out and scared me with a good startle scare, yelling at me. And then past the doctor scene, there's the pills area where they store some of the pills. And an actor lunged at me from the ground and that startled me. And then you went to the next scene, which was the dentist. And there was a crazy dentist in there, and she wanted to work on my teeth and take them, and then one of her patients was there yelling at me. So it's very intense. It's a very good haunted attraction. And I went upstairs, and Laffy the Clown and Baby Bubbles were up there, and he was working on a patient. Then I continued my way through the asylum, and there's lots of really disturbing and unsettling scenes in there, and it all ends with the chainsaw guys. And I'm going to say right now, the Chainsaw Guys at Field of Screams are some of the best in the industry, the haunt industry. They are really good. They are totally in character. And if you are really scared of them, they'll actually chase you into the entertainment area, the midway. The next attraction I went through was the Den of Darkness. And right when you walk down those steps in that attraction, you go into the shackles area where the people that have been living in there in cells have started going crazy and they immediately start banging their cells and it's really loud and they're screaming at you. That really sets the tone for the haunt. There's a scene in the Den of Darkness where the lights will turn on and off, and it's hard to walk through there. And I'm going to leave that for a surprise for you. It's very unsettling, so be ready for that. There's lots of very effective uses of lights turning on and off, so you don't know where you're going. And there's strobe effects used in mobile attractions as well, so you have to be ready for all these effects. And when I walked into the morgue, it smelled awful. The smell-o-vision was really working. And then there was intense doctors in there working on bodies. Look out for the creepy dolls in the doll workshop. And then you'll go to the dark maze and you have to find your way out of the dark. And there's multiple strategically placed actors that will give you good startle scares in there. They got me a couple times. And that leads you to the chainsaws. There's a whole bunch of bodies hanging up in the freezer. Mobile chainsaw guys put their chainsaws on me and were revving them, and it was really loud and really crazy. And then I exited the Den of Darkness. And that was the end of both walkthroughs. I had a really good time going through both of them. Lots of really good sets, lots of great scare actors, good scares. So I really enjoyed both attractions. After I went through both houses, I played the Toxic Head Toss. I was awful at it. I didn't get any of them in the barrel. I got one of them at the top of the barrel, but I got none of them actually in it. And they had it all sanitized. They had it cleaned down with sanitizer. And there is hand sanitizer at mobile locations at Field of Screams, at the Scream Shop, and around mobile attractions. After I played Toxic Head Toss, I went to the Haunted Hayride, and that actually ended up being my favorite attraction of the night. All the actors were great, all the effects were working. Skip's Chop Shop was so good, so many really good effects. I'm not going to ruin it for you. You have to see it in person to really appreciate how much work and dedication they put in these new scenes. It was so good, very good quality. The new improvements in the Shade cryogenic testing facility are really good quality. If you went last year and then come this year to Field of Screams, you'll be amazed at how different it is. There's lots more effects to see, there's more props, there's more scare acting, so it's a really good time. I think it's worth coming to Field of Screams this year just to see those new scenes on the Hayride because they're so good. I really enjoy them, and all the actors are really good, totally in character, and having a good time scaring people. And they actually updated the soundtrack for mobile scenes on the Hayride, and they have better sound systems there. They added new sound systems. So overall, they did a lot of improvements for the Haunted Hayride, and you will definitely enjoy yourself. Lastly, I went through Nocturnal Wasteland, and there are a bunch of new effects in that attraction. Definitely look out for them. And I really loved all the scenes I saw last year before. I loved the laser swamp still. That's a great scene. And the catwalks you walk over the hayride scene, that was great. So if you want to look at that new hayride scene, Skip's Chop Shop again, definitely look down when you're walking on the catwalks and you'll see that scene again. Walking on those catwalks over that hayride scene is something I've never seen at another haunted attraction. It's very unique, very good quality, and I really liked it. It definitely adds to the whole experience of Nocturnal Wasteland. If you don't want to walk over the catwalks over the hayride scene, you don't have to. There is a door where you can walk on the path around it, but I highly recommend going on the catwalks because they're so interactive and so much fun. The Tesla coil has come back to Nocturnal Wasteland for 2020. I really enjoy that effect. It is really cool, and that really was a great effect. You really can appreciate it, and you can take your time walking around it and see it go off multiple times. That is easily one of the coolest effects at Field of Screams. It's a really good time, and then it leads to the last two endings of Nocturnal Wasteland, and I'm going to keep those secret just like I did last year. They're really intense, lots of good scares, and I'm just going to leave that up to you to see, and you'll have a great time. That was the Haunted Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I am on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find all those links in the description below. And what is your favorite attraction at Field of Screams? And as always, happy hauntings.